So many young people today are completely skewed and they are trying to be successful, but it is actually making them poor. And the reason for that is because they see so many 21-year-old kids on Instagram posting the Lamborghini and the penthouse and selling the lifestyle of them doing bottle service and getting all these girls and eating at super nice restaurants. And that gives them the perception that, okay, if I lock in for 3 months, I'm gonna start to be able to make $10,000 per month. Or if I just lock in for a few months, I'm going to be financially free and I'll be rich and I'll be able to have all the things that these people have. That is unequivocally not true. First off, most of the people that you see online doing these things do not have nearly as much money as you think they do. They're spending 100% of their income. Leasing the Lamborghini for $3,500 per month. The penthouse is split between 3 people, which is like $3,000 per month each. They're splitting the bills when they're going out. And if you're making 10 grand a month, you can live that lifestyle just spending all the money that you're making. That's retarded, but that's what most people do. And most of them actually make their money selling shit to an audience, which is not from the business model that they're promising. And there are exceptions to the rule, but this is really skewing a lot of young people with the time horizon at which it actually takes to make quite a bit of money. I started really focusing about 5 years ago. And I committed 5 years ago when I was really starting out saying, I guarantee you that I'm not gonna get that much results in 1 year, but I think I'll have substantial results in 3 years. And that was absolutely true. Within 1 year, I was only making like $4,000 per month, maybe slightly more. But 3 years after, I was making like $20,000 or $25,000 per month, which was excellent. And during that time, I was probably spending a lot of my money because I was still just trying to get reps in for business, because I realized that this is a long time horizon and you are not going to get overnight success. Right now, with my business that I have, I help the largest business owners online. I help them grow and help them monetize and do everything hands-on for them. But all of those people, it took them 10 to 30 years to build these $100 million companies or billion-dollar companies, which is what most of my clients have. And none of them saw substantial success in the first 3 years. It just doesn't happen. It is incredibly rare. Doesn't mean that's not what you're shooting for. And I'm trying to learn from the past successors of large businesses and implement what they do as quickly as possible and move with efficiency and adapt to the times and leverage as many things as possible to make as much money humanly possible quickly. But it just doesn't happen overnight. Like, you are not going to lock in for 3 months and start making $25,000 per month. It's just not realistic. There are exceptions of the 0.0001%, but that completely skews you, because what you do is you lock in for 3 months and you have 0 results and 0 progress and nothing to show for it, and then most of those people just quit. But if they had the expectation of, hey, if I lock in for 5 years, the probability of me making an ungodly amount of money is actually ridiculously high. In 5 years of locking in, you are going to be better at whatever skill or service that you are providing than almost 99.999% of people in the entire world at what you're doing. And you are going to be making a boatload of money. It's just the amount of people that actually commit to something for that time period. And I was thinking about it like a college degree, because I didn't go to college. I stopped going to high school. If I just lock in and put all this time into something that I think is a high leverage skill, and 4 years from now, the same amount of time that all my peers are in college, I think I would be a stupid motherfucker to not be able to figure it out. And you would figure it out. Like, even the slowest people would figure it out. I guarantee you, as long as you take action and you're willing to take risk and you're not an idiot, which is, an idiot is just defined by when a problem comes up, continuing to do the same thing over and over again, as long as you can adapt and problem solve, which pretty much anyone can. It's not that it's pretty fucking simple. And so most people chasing the successful lifestyle is actually making them very poor. And chasing quick, easy money does not help you over the long run. I understood the situation that I was in. All I wanted to do was make sure that I was getting into the right rooms. And the right rooms were people that were 100 times better than I was. And I wanted my closest 20 friends to be super rich. So I locked myself in my room. And until I could find a network of people that I wanted to be surrounded by and wanted to be like, I just didn't hang out with anyone. I literally had no friends for a very long period of time. And now all my friends run like billion-dollar companies, quite literally. This week, I'm going to a conference that is invite only at YPO. I'm going Wednesday on a private jet with one of my clients. And I don't say that to brag, but all my friends are very wealthy. And this event is for business owners that are doing well into the 8 figures. And so the average business owner at this conference that I'm going to is making over $42 million per year. And they're going to be 200 of these business owners. So that is the exact right room to be in, right? But it doesn't happen overnight. So you have to start to provide value. And I understood for the first few years, I was just going to be working very hard for basically no money just to get an education. And when you start to do that, you can get an incredible education really, really quickly. And if I was starting over today with all the knowledge, it would not take me 5 years, but I was a stupid motherfucker and I was a slow learner. It would probably take most people substantially less time because I'm terribly unorganized and I'm terrible with systems and I don't know how to run a business. But over a 5-year period, you pick up a thing or two, especially when I was fortunate enough to just force myself into rooms of incredibly successful people and just continuously provided as much value as humanly possible with never asking anything in return, which led to me now having an exceptional reputation in the niche that I'm in, especially with these super, super large business owners, which are my ideal audience, which is why I never fucking sell anything and I never will sell anything on these stupid videos because there's never going to be a large business owner that is going to buy a product from the type of videos that I make on these. I don't have a B2C offer. I am simply just documenting what I do every single day because I love to look back on it. The objective of the channel is to find the best talent, and the best talent would come from 20-year-old kids. It's not gonna be a 60-year-old, which are my dream clients or my ideal audience. The other thing that all these people do is they sell you that that's the dream, that the dream is to have the Lamborghini and to have the penthouse, when in my opinion it's not. I've driven some really, really cool cars. I had a really cool car for 6 months that was given to me by one of my clients, and it got a ungodly amounts of attention from all older people, from all younger people. I would get stopped a few times a day. And from my ego perspective, I loved it. It was great, but I don't fucking care. Right now, I don't even have a car. We just take PJ's car everywhere, and I walk to the coffee shop and to the gym pretty much every day, and I actually enjoy that just as much to get my steps in. And because my ego's not tied to it, we live in a decent place. That's, I think the rent's like $6,000 per month, but relative to income, it's really not bad at all. But it's not, the lifestyle is not what a lot of people perceive it to be. It's having the freedom. And my favorite part is actually having incredible relationships with people that I love talking to. I mean, if I could think through my exact dream day, one of the main components of it is always having a super intellectual conversation with a large business owner where we're exchanging ideas and we're going over things. That stuff fires me up. When I'm at dinner with my buddies and they all have super large businesses and they're super ambitious and they're doing super big things, those are the types of rooms that just ignite a fire in my stomach that just really pumps me up, and I love it. So I want to continue to do that. And so I need to continue to upgrade and grow my business. And then I can continue to upgrade the quality of people that I can spend time with and that they want to spend time with me. And so some people might want the Lamborghini Huracan, which I would not drive if I had one for free. I would not drive a Urus. I just wouldn't, because of the brand reputation that those cars have is with the douchebags that are selling these courses because I want nothing to do with it. So I honestly just wouldn't even drive one of those cars. But anyway, I'm just rambling nonsense now. But honestly, chasing the short-term success that a lot of people promise is most likely keeping you from achieving substantially larger outsized returns. And the way I thought about it was, instead of trying to make $10,000 a month in 1 year, what if I can make $50,000 per month if in 3 years of hard work? And that is actually much more likely. It is way more likely if you lock in for 3 to 5 years to grow a business that's making $50,000 per month and take home profit than it is to make $10,000 per month in 6 months or in 1 year. So which would you prefer? I know what I would prefer. I would rather have the long-term success. And what I'm trying to do is build a company that 8 years in would, or 10 years of die-hard growth is spitting out tens of millions of dollars. And that's always been my long-term goal. And so I'd rather have the long-term payout of building the strongest, biggest foundation and largest infrastructure to scale like a motherfucker while still trying to scale. But I mean, the longer you're willing to take the payoff, the higher the payoff can be, as long as you're not just waiting for nothing. You gotta have strategy, but that's besides the point.